This what you ordered? Because I swear to God, if this isn't your drink, I'm not taking it to another table. Yeah. I'm not the... I know that you want a tavern wench, and I'm doing my best, but it's not really in me, you know what I mean? There's other things that are in me. Oh, I love it. My props. Sometimes I get banned for props. I can't wait to see if I get banned for this yerba mate cup and this tray. Let's see how much trouble I can truly get into. Oh no, I spilled your drink all over me. We've all seen the beginning of that anime. Is it non-alcoholic mead? I'm really trying to cut back. Oh, my friend. That's admirable. I think that's the right choice as well. I'm not much of a drinker, but I fucking love wine. I really love wine. And I'm a potato person. I love potatoes. So if you point me in the direction of a potato, even if it's like a liquefied beverage potato, I put on this adorable little headband to really hammer home that I'm working. As a tavern wench. But I'm not sure exactly. There we go, hold on. I'm gonna like really angle the motherfucker. My head is the wrong shape. Which is usually an insult reserved for you fuckers, not for me. But then I'm like, do you need it? Do I really need it? I feel like it's also kind of enough without it. And then I don't have to worry about like another. Do you want to wear it? Here, come on up. Up. Get on up here. You want to wear it? Boop. Oh, it's on the dog now. It's on the dog now. You're a potato person, so you even like, oh, sorry, my course. Sorry, no, I'm a lady. Oh my gosh. Or I'm a tavern wench, so maybe I can cackle like a fucking crazy witch. Sorry, my corset popped up. It popped right up, pardon me. I love vodka and I love wine because I'm Portuguese and Ukrainian. I have done 3 days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 3 days of Ukrainian lessons. I'm very proud of myself. I'm also like, wow, learning a language is daunting, I would say. Be the word daunting. I feel daunted. Any daunts in chat? Oh, friends. Also, I'm so giddy. I'm so happy because, thank you. We're playing fetch, of course. I'm so giddy and I'm so happy because I had a terrible, terrible problem. I had an awful nightmare of a problem that was genuinely causing me distress and discomfort and could not be tolerated, and I think I found a solution. I developed eczema on my face. I was like, oh, my skin is so dry. My skin is so dry in these like particular little patches. There's like a patch right here by my mouth. There's a it's so funny how it like kind of like ping pong, like zigzag pinballs itself back across my face. So it's like a little patch right here on the left side of my mouth, a patch around the right side of my nostril, and then underneath my left eye. And then I got so fucking upset the morning that I woke up and I saw it starting underneath my right eye too. I was like, no, what's going on? I also didn't know that I had eczema. I just was like, why is my skin so dry? And it's so dry to the point that it's like it's a terrible, terrible thing how dry it is. It's becoming like a rash. It's becoming like flaky and red and awful and a nightmare, and it's on my fucking face. I can't handle this. Rosehip seed oil was like a miracle potion. The rosehip seed oil really, oh my God, I was like, okay, cool, so rosehip seed, and I knew that because I used to sell rosehip seed oil, and so I'm like, I know that rosehip seed oil is good for intensely dry skin, and that it has medicinal, I mean, I didn't do a great job of selling it, obviously, because I can't remember anything about it, other than I was like, this is the one for me. So the rosehip seed oil was definitely working wonders, and then I also did get eczema targeted cleanser, which is working wonderfully, and then eczema lotion, so it was helping. And I was like, okay, this is good, this is good, this is good. If I do all of this stuff, if I do like the rosehip seed oil, if I do the moisturizer, if I do the cleanser, with the eczema stuff, I'm like holding it back. I'm gonna be able to do this, it's gonna be fine. But I was like, it's not enough, it's not enough. I was like, this is battling what my skin and like getting older is. Like my body can't produce, you know, like it used to. I'm turning into an old woman right before your eyes. Oh no, you redeemed the dirty shame. It just wastes your channel points. It doesn't even do anything. Hello, my love. Go fetch the ball. So I figured it out. I'm so glad that I listened. I subscribed to the skincare subreddits, and they recommended, obviously, Aquifer. Like, Eucerin Aquifer. And I got a big fucking tub of it. And I was like, okay, I get it. It's... You better believe yesterday after stream, when it arrived, like yesterday, immediately after stream, I took off all my makeup. I showered after I was all done. Took off all my makeup, moisturized a little bit, and then took like a full palm full of this emulsion. Oh goodness gracious, this emulsion. And then just like slathered a thick layer all over my face and neck. And then I fell asleep. I took a nap because I was so tired. It happens. It happens sometimes. Especially when you're in like the hibernation season. I'm a bear. Oh, spoopy kit. Kit. That's how you say cat in Ukrainian. K-I-T. Kit. I'm learning Ukrainian. It's very fun. Kit thumb means the cat is there. Kit thumb. That's about as much as I can say. We're that far. It was baby. Like first month of speaking baby. First week of speaking baby. Sucking at something is definite. Oh, Rich Forever. That's a crazy thing that you posted in the mod room. It just clicked in for me what you posted. You're a sick man, Rich Forever. You're a sick man. But that's, yeah, I see the truth of what you're saying. Oh man, yes. Look at you idiots wasting your channel points like stupid little morons. Well, I've learned something new. Oh, and then the truth is you can go back to bed now. At this point, wrap it up. Oh, that's better, Gamer Acid Snake. Hey, Bao, would you like a treat? If you come up here, Bao, I'll give you a treat, but you have to come up here. Oh my God, she's moving so fast. She dropped the ball in my lap as well. Oh wow, she's an angel. These are cat treats. I'm feeding my dog cat treats. I hope this isn't animal abuse, but she's okay with eating the cat treats. I think it's okay. What you can't do is feed cat treats to dogs. Cats are carnivores. Cats have a specific dietary requirements that if they do not receive it, they will fucking die. And dogs are very much the same thing. I don't know if this is true or not. This could also be lies. But I think it's okay if the dog eats the cat food because dogs are a little bit easier to feed. You are such a good puppy. Oh, your mouth's real wet though. I didn't like that. Who'd you inherit that wet mouth from? Couldn't have been me. I love that my dog and I are very much like the opening scene of 101 Dalmatians, where people are like walking their dogs and they look like their dogs. I think that this one and I, look, it's the same picture. She's like, Mom, stop! Just keep giving me treats, Mom. Yeah, sorry, I'm talking for you. Do you want this? Go get it. She's like, that doesn't matter, not when there's treats involved. And she's right in many ways, and in many ways she's very right. Hello, my love. Hello, my pepperoni. Don't spill my tea, baby. It makes so much more sense that I'm holding this and drinking from this now in this outfit. It's grand. Oh my God, no, it would be absolutely fucking insane to ever create anything that would be edible to cats but poisonous to dogs. I don't think that would ever be allowed in a million years, right? It's just cats and dogs live too closely together. Oh, jeez. There you go. I feel like if I walked around Italy in this outfit, they would give me citizenship. Murph agrees. If I say bibbidi boppy, are you just gonna pretend like I'm speaking Italian? Yeah, we're starting with Ukrainian, but I do have desires to learn how to speak Ukrainian, Portuguese. I would love to learn how to speak Japanese, and I would love to learn how to speak Italian. Oh yeah, those are the ones for sure. Growing up, my big brother's best friend was a guy named Josh. Josh was great. I loved Josh. Josh and his family were from India, and I was very confused and shocked when I saw their sitting room and they had a rug with a huge swastika on it. I was like, oh, what? And then they were like, this is a Hindi symbol. This is a religious symbol that has been used for like hundreds, thousands of years maybe, before it was taken over by those racist morons. So it obviously wasn't the exact same. The angle, everything else about it is different. Like, but that symbol, it sucks. I remember also, oh, it makes me so angry. Do you guys remember years ago, I got LED lights and I put them up in what was from my perspective like a big X pattern. But as soon as I turned them on, everybody on stream was like, you have swastikas all over your fucking stream. And I didn't like it because I immediately saw what they were seeing. And I was like, oh, I fucking hate that. Oh, no. Oh, yes. I love Italy so much. I loved Italy so much. Hello. Oh, sweet puppy. Hello, sweet puppy. I loved Italy so much. I can't wait to go back. Absolutely can't wait to go back. Oh my God, what a dream. So I went to Italy. I went to Milano. Ah, Milano. We went by train from Zurich through Swiss Alps, yeah? And then into the Italian Alps. And then, it was so incredibly beautiful. It was so otherworldly to suddenly find yourself in a 30-minute dark tunnel because you're passing through the heart of a mountain. Oh my God, in heaven. The power of that was so overwhelming. I love it so much. Literally 10 out of 10 would do it again in a heartbeat. I was actually looking at flights in and out of Zurich recently, and I was like, oh my God, if you time it right, you can get round trip tickets to fly in and out of Zurich from Toronto for under $1,000. $1,000 Canadian. Less than $1,000 Canadian round trip tickets in and out of Zurich. I was like, oh my God, I'm an idiot to not buy these tickets. Like, I just should go. I think they were for something like February 29th to March 4th. So like a very, not like an ideal time of year, but I was like less than 1,000 Canadian dollars. That's crazy. There would obviously be taxes and fees on top of that, but the base price of it, I was like, whoa, that's enticing. I love that. So fun. What you drinking? Thank you for asking. It's vanilla Earl Grey tea with oat milk and honey. Thank you. I'm gonna be poisoned. I'm literally begging to be roofied one day because I'm gonna go to TwitchCon. And someone's gonna walk up to me and they're gonna be like, "Hey V, I got you this vanilla Earl Grey tea with oat milk and honey," and I'm gonna be like, "Ooh, gimme!" Sip, wake up in fucking Albania, chained to a radiator, and I hear Liam Neeson in the next room coming to rescue, not me, and I'm like, fucking get back here, you beautiful bastard! Rescue me! He's here for his daughter, or his wife, or he's escaping himself, and his daughter and wife are coming for him. Those movies went on and on, but like, honestly, that's, yeah, I'm down for it. Hello, where are you going? Hello, where are you going? There's the cat right there too. Do you guys see this? This is the cat, I think. I feel like wintertime in Switzerland would also be magical. Oh, wait. Yeah, you're literally absolutely correct. Those mountains are... It's so beautiful. Your brain can't even put yourself into the fairy tale of it. Your brain registers that, yes, this is a fairy tale beyond comprehension. And so beautiful that and then to like actually in your memory put yourself into it is just impossible. It's so beautiful. The final taken is the opening to John Wick. It's great. It's lovely. I like that. I love that John and Prescience had the exact same idea at the exact same time. That's not okay. Do you remember the resonance that we were talking about yesterday and how that can topple nations and gigantic structures? You two fuckers getting on the same vibe is truly the undoing of everything I have available to myself in any way, shape, or form. I love all your jewelry. Thank you. I love all my jewelry as well. Yeah. Oh yes, Ballerina is coming out soon to theaters. It's part of the John Wick universe. No, wait, yeah? Is that the right one that I'm thinking of? Because I'm also like, no, hold on. I'm describing that Florence Pugh Black Widow movie with Scarlett Johansson, where they're dancers, but they're also assassins. And then I'm like, wait, is this just like an Ants and Bugs Life thing where it's basically the same movie? But with two different it girls? Hooray! Oh, good. Oh my god, the anagram is anal seducer. Hoskily. Okay, well, I have your new username, Jake. That is not the anagram solution. That's another very good anagram. Do you know what I love? I also love that the, at no point was that ever blocked or even questioned by any of the moderating tools available to Twitch or this channel. Phenomenal. You pathetic, disgusting morons have not been calling or even using the words anal seducer. No wonder you're so fucking lonely. No wonder you're all so fucking lonely. Speaking of anal seducer, I yesterday, when I was getting into bed, was like, you should take a good look at your asshole. I should take a good look at my asshole. Because on date number 3 with the poet, he really took a good look at my asshole. He mercifully did not take a good look at he got a good look at my asshole on the second date, because he gave me 3 orgasms over 8 hours, which truly factory don't put your anus on me, don't put your anus on me. Okay, love you, bye. So he definitely saw my whole jazz under there. But on the 3rd date, he really, he both hands on my gigantic ass cheeks. And he was like, I'm looking at your asshole. Are you ready for this? Absolutely, here he is. Arousing, humiliating, addictive, absolutely, yeah. And then his response to my asshole was like, it's an asshole, you know what I mean? Everybody's got one. It's not something special. But his reaction to my asshole made me feel like I was like, is there something special about my asshole? I've never really looked at I have not looked at my asshole recently. I looked at my pussy recently and I'm like, wow, that's a beautiful pussy. I used to feel so self-conscious about my pussy. I used to feel very, absolutely ashamed because I was like, it doesn't look exactly like some of the pussies in pornography. And now that I've watched more pornography and grown and the industry has grown, and also amateur, it's really about all the amateur porn. And then just seeing regular women's bodies, I'm like, oh, I actually have a perfectly average pussy, which is great. Oh, perfect. A lot of me is perfectly average. I think that's awesome. I love my Birks. Yay. Thank you. I love a good lesbian shoe. Yes. Yeah, I love a good lesbian shoe, which is why I don't own $2,000 Louboutins, but I also feel like I deserve $2,000 Louboutins. I have them all picked out. It's the So Kate. I'm a size 7, 7.5. So if you want to spend $2,000 on a pair of Louboutins for me, that's my shoe. That's the one that I want. It's what Zendaya wears, so you know it's the right shoe. So anyways, last night, took a good long look at my asshole. As you do, with your legs spread apart, upside down, looking past your ankles into the mirror, that is your closet door. And I saw it. I saw there's a beautiful song by Ariana Grande called POV. And I really understood that song because I saw my asshole from the poet's perspective. And I was like, that is a beautiful asshole. This music is perfect. I'm dying. I just felt so good to get to look at every single part of myself. And even the parts that I truly cannot associate with beauty myself, I can at least accept that they're associated with beauty from somebody else's perspective. And that's a truth. And then that makes it true. I have a beautiful asshole. Thank you, the poet. I really hope he's in meetings right now and not in chat. Oh no. And then he talks. And then the next person to speak is him. Because my life is a TV show. And nothing is real. And this is all a simulation. Oh, no. I just said all of that literally to his face. I'm gonna kill myself in a video game. Hey V, how are you? Well, I had the will to live a second ago, and now who knows? The music! I also really can't with the music. The music makes it so much better. Chat, turn to page 5. We have to reshoot some scenes. I'm sorry, guys. We went off script. I don't know what the fuck's going on. This idiot's not supposed to be here until after the first break. I'm so happy to know that. Oh, man. If you can't accept your asshole in your 35th year of life, then I don't really know if you've been doing the work to get there, you know? Editing can't save this one. Oh, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué? Montoya, por favor. Montoya, por favor. Speaking of amazing editing, oh my god, the thunder and the lightning. For those of you who know for those of you who completely understand what I'm talking about, you're in stitches right now. And for those of you who don't know, I'm very excited to introduce this to you. So, Temptation Island in Spain, I think it was, or maybe Argentina. Oh my god, I feel very racist for not being able to tell. So there's this like episode, it's so good, oh my god. There's this amazing episode of Temptation Island where this guy is watching his girlfriend get absolutely fucking like full ass cheeks slapping. And he's watching it on a live feed, like 2 kilometers down the beach in a different little house from this happening. It's because it's Temptation Island. Oh my god, talk about anal seducer. Anyways, Montoya's watching his girlfriend get her fucking cheeks clapped, like professionally clapped by some outrageously studly Spanish man. And he just sprints. And then he's just sprinting, and then, oh, you know, what's so lovely about this is, and it makes it very difficult then, so like movies with terrible toxic abusers, songs with sort of nasty people. I was listening to SZA's Control this morning, and I was like, oh, Travis Scott, shut the fuck up, Travis Scott, I'm trying to listen to SZA right now. But the reality is that there's so much that goes into art. There is so much that goes into even the art of Temptation Island. The cameramen, it's not just in that moment that those cameramen were sprinting down the beach, catching this guy screaming, ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? He's just like losing his fucking mind, and the cameramen are right there holding steady this incredibly heavy equipment, being mindful of the framing, of keeping the space between the audience and the actor, the like man who's truly dying on camera. Oh my god, it was so amazing. It's okay. And then the best part is that in the background there's this huge fucking thunderstorm rolling in over the ocean. So in the background there's like every once in a while everything's getting lit up by lightning as if nature itself is tearing itself apart, just like Montoya, por favor. Oh, I love it. I love it. These are the good things about globalization. This is the nice stuff of being connected on the internet, is that we all get to share in these. I'm not going to watch fucking a second of Temptation Island. But there I was watching like a full 8 minutes. And then all of the people coming out and then her being like, please, Montoya, take me back. And then she goes, I don't need you. I don't need you at all. And it's like she's moving through the stages of grief so quickly. It's excellent television. Oh, Montoya. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I encourage you while I go on break later to look up these clips and to actually just get, it's a long clip. They're long clips. It's like 8 minutes. You do not need to watch 8 minutes. You really, really do not need to watch 8 minutes. But the reality is after you watch 2.5 minutes, you're going to be like, I would watch 9 hours of this. Sometimes it's difficult. I wonder what that exact phenomenon is, where it's very hard to wrap your mind around watching like a 16-minute video, a 23-minute video, and yet at the same time, after 90 seconds, you're like, is this gonna be the rest of my fucking life? Am I gonna get a fucking PhD in Montoya, por favor? Twist, the lightning was the one clapping the Every time you saw that lightning strike, that was another cheek clap in real time. That's good television. To be honest, we watched 2 seasons of Fuckboy Island of F-Boy Island. Did we ever watch MILF Manor? Did Darren ever sit down with MILF Manor? What I got to watch last night, which I was so jazzed about, and I think also, where's North? Is North here? Do you guys remember earlier this week when North Countryman was like, please dress like a slutty tavern maid, and I raked him across the coals? Hello, Pooch. Anyways, now I'm dressed as a slutty tavern maid. Where's Rich? This is for him. But also at the same time, I watched Frieren Beyond Journey's End last night. We watched episodes... I feel like we watched episodes like 5, 6, 7. That sounds right. Or maybe we watched 6, 7, 8. That sounds less right. I don't know. I feel like I used 5 to 9. We watched 4 episodes. Really? And yet it wasn't enough. And yet I'm like, oh my god, I want so much more. Yay. Oh, it was so... I was watching it on my laptop in the kitchen because I wanted to chain smoke marijuana cigarettes while we were watching. But I also am like, we need to rewatch this on the big screen because it was giving me fucking chills. The pacing, the artistry, even I don't know why that shot of the sweet little cinnamon man standing up and like jamming the like attitude with which he jammed his little fucking blade into his belt and was like, well, I'm gonna have to break this expensive looking chair now. Oh, so cute, so cute, so cute. Oh my god, I love it, I love it, I love it. So good. It makes me so happy that everyone loves it so much too. Yes, yeah, it's so good, it's so good. Chat, can you do me a huge favor? So, the poet, who's in chat right now, hi, his favorite color is olive green, right? Right. Do you guys in chat remember my fucking amazing and so cute and adorably accurate Your cosplay from Spy Family? This guy's like, I'm never gonna dress up in cosplay. It's absolutely not for me. You have to help me convince him that he does need a green 3-piece suit with a red tie and black gloves. And then that's just you wearing a suit. But then also you're just kind of dressed like Twilight from Spy Family. That doesn't hurt anyone. That's no one's hurt by it. Everyone liked that. Yeah. Also, thank you for the sub. Welcome back, Sterny. It's been 20 months in a row. Can you imagine putting up with this for 20 months? We are seeing mental illness in action, people. Just kidding. Just kidding. I showed up for 20 months, and so did you, and that's good for both of us. Oh, because I do fucking love me some Spy Family, too. And the Lloyd cosplay could literally just be worn anywhere. That's the fucking beauty of it. He's just supposed to be dressed like a regular person doing nothing. It's the perfect cosplay for you! And also, every time I go to a convention, I absolutely want to wear a mask most of the time anyways, because people are disgusting and you're coming face to face with like a lot of their kids there as well. So I'm like, you don't even have to show your face. I'm not going to show my face. Oh, like Spike. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for Cosplay Friday. I'm so excited for Cosplay Friday. I was literally dancing this morning and trying to figure out exactly what song I wanted to use on my Instagram story for my Faye Valentine cosplay on Friday. I'm so excited. Oh no, you guys are so into my belly, which is good because the Faye Valentine cosplay is a lot of belly. And I'm going to be sitting here with my belly out on stream, which I'm not really mentally prepared for, but there's a few levels of dissociation that I can take advantage of. Number one, it's like V's belly, but I'm InvaderVie right now, so maybe InvaderVie is okay with having her like fat little tubby belly out. I know. And then on top of that, it's Faye Valentine's little belly. And Faye Valentine is absolutely the kind of woman to be rocking a little belly. You hope. I mean, she's like rail thin in the anime, but that's just an anime trope. Let women have curves. Belly, you say? Ah, my little belly. Ah, my belly. I love my belly. I'm not gonna, you'll never make me not love it. Have you thought about doing a Julia cosplay? I feel like that's, to be perfectly honest, the people who love Cowboy Bebop, but the reality is it's kind of a niche anime. It's not nearly as popular as like One Piece would be. So if I was like Nico Robin, that would be immediately recognizable. I feel like if I dress up as Julia from, like, you just want me to be, wait, she's the one who's pregnant, right? The whole time? Quote unquote pregnant. No. Or am I thinking, no, am I getting her confused with from the movie? Now I can't, see, and that's the thing, I'm like, I don't even remember the character specifically enough to dress up as her. I'm sorry, I missed a couple streams. Yeah, you're in trouble. How did the date the other day go? Were you okay with not hooking up? Wait, with Batman? Yeah, it was good. We went to go see Hard Eyes, which was good. North Countryman's like, yay, you dressed up as a slutty tavern maid for me. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. You know, Vi, I never thought about loving or hating bellies. There's, oh, what's good, Jeru? Welcome, 60 months! 60, I don't think I've ever done anything in my life for 60 months consistently. Rightist, do you know what I love? Johnny hates me. I was so awkward towards him. The last time we raided him, I like watched his stream for a little bit and listened to him talk about his feelings towards me, and I was like, this man despises me because of my awkwardness towards him, and this is a consequence of me being too cowardly to sort of authentically engage with him, and it's that this guy fucking hates me now. Like, he does not like me, and that's my fault. Yeah! I'll sit with that for the rest of my life. Yes, but the reality is if you confuse somebody enough, they're gonna be like, well, I dislike this. I feel like you're not treating me in the way that somebody would respectfully treat another person. And I'm like, cheers, absolutely correct. Then I can recognize that. So this guy came into chat yesterday. We were talking about Kendrick Lamar's halftime show. And this guy was like, I just can't get into hip hop music. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna argue with you because it's not for everyone. Not everyone is gonna get everything all the time. And I think something that's really important is that we don't get everything all the time. There's this amazing sci-fi series called The Three Body Problem or Remembrance of Earth's Past trilogy. And the alien species that we're introduced to in that series. Oh, puppy, you want a treat? Come on up, you get another treat. Come here. Yeah. Val, if you want a treat, you have to come up here. Oh my gosh, again, she moves so fast. She moves so fast when she knows what she wants. So the thing about this alien planet is that everything the aliens think is also what they say. They are very connected in a good way. That's excellent, but also not really fostering a ton of growth, which requires change over time. And like, I love SZA and I love Kendrick Lamar, but for some reason I didn't listen to Luther when it came out. I was like, I don't know why I'm not listening to this song. I know that I like both these artists. I know that I love songs together that they do. I don't know why I'm not listening to this song. And then listening to it for the first time recently, I realized that I did the right thing by abstaining before. And I realized that I did the right thing by not getting it before, because now, not only do I get it, but it's more, it's even better for me to get it later. I realized that if I had listened to the song Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA last year, I would have framed my experience of that song in a very, very different way. And I would have framed it in a way that would have anchored me to that song in a way that would create a really, really painful remembrance. Every time I listened to it, I would have ruined the song, to be honest. Oh, that's an interesting perspective, Ritus. I hadn't even considered that perspective. Yeah, right? Yeah, right. Wait, I don't get what you said, Harry John. Nah, I've been using I didn't get it response as a voting idea. He doesn't get it. What? I don't get it. I'm not getting it. You look so beautiful, by the way, V. Oh, thanks. Oh, thanks, friends. Yeah. I love your hair. Gee, thanks. Just bought it. Just kidding. Actually, probably should buy some new hair. Yeah. It's just the cutest. I meant to look like it belong on an Italian piazza. Oh, that's what you mean. You've been using people's appreciation of the halftime show as like a sort of shortcut. I mean, yes, we all do. Yeah, you say all cops are bad to somebody, like F-22 Raptor, and then you gauge their response to see what kind of person they are. And it's not always comfortable or easy or kind, but friendship isn't always one thing. You look like a historically accurate Snow White. Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting Snow White vibes from this. Yeah. Like, this is my, like, servant's outfit before I go off into the woods in my, like, cute frolicking in the woods outfit, which would be basically the same thing, but in, like, more beautiful, vibrant colors. So fun, I get it. There are bad apples everywhere. I just go to work and I do the best job that I can. And more than that, what can anyone truly ask? Yes. Oh, I love you so much, you soft little fucking wiener. That's gonna be clipped and used for very inappropriate things. That was a mistake. Also getting some Belle vibes. I really, really love in Something There when she wears the pink dress, or like around Christmas time. I really love it. I love it. I would so give V a speeding ticket. No. Come on now, subscribers wouldn't clip that. It's in the hair. My secrets, that's why it's so big. Look at this butt. Look at this crazy butt. No, please, I don't even know how cars work. If Belle was a real person, she wouldn't look like Emma Watson, but she'd look like Yuvi. I kind of feel like Emma Watson was just cast as Belle from Beauty and the Beast because of her playing Hermione, and everyone being like, Hermione is very, very smart and bookish, and Emma Watson is very, very beautiful. And so that got kind of like put into this idea. I'm the right age to do that, actually, which isn't terrible because Emma Watson and I are the same age. But I definitely have those like cartoony features. Yeah. And Belle was modeled, her face I think was modeled after Vivian Leigh and Audrey Hepburn maybe. And oh, you better fucking believe I'm obsessed with Audrey Hepburn and Vivian Leigh. Yeah. I subconsciously am like, look like them, V. Yes, look like them. Look like Vivian Leigh. Yes. And look like Audrey Hepburn. Yes. Oh, yes. You can pay the ticket by gifting me a subscription for yourself. Oh, you want one of my... Oh my gosh. Did you know as a Twitch streamer you get 5 like lifetime subscriptions you can give out? I don't know. I think I still have like 1 or 2 left even. Are you a puppy? Are you a very whiny puppy? She is a very whiny puppy. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's mostly used for bots. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not usually used for people. You're a dummy. You're a dummy funny bunny. I could be a bot. I love her. Oh my god, she's so soft and squishy. You're so soft and squishy. Yeah, you. What the hell is this? A bath mat that came to life one night when I wished ever so hard. I said, oh, I would love a friend, a fuzzy friend always underfoot. And then the blue fairy came down and said, I'll bring your bath mat to life, you dumb bitch. And I said, what? No. And then it was too late, the dog was here. And we love her no less. Oh my gosh, this guy thinks he's the funniest fucker on the planet. So he started with, what the hell is this? I very kindly deflected to that adorable little silly story. And then his next comment is, but this doesn't look like the kitchen. As if telling me to go into the kitchen is an insult or some sort of gotcha. Like, we're really doing the women belong in the kitchen thing. You know what I love? Time travel. And going back to my youth keeps me young, keeps my pelvic floor perky. Yes, thank you for taking me back to elementary school, where like this literally the most annoying boys in school would sort of whip that out as a, I have nothing else I can say. Oh my gosh, Bal, this is your hoodie. This is a dog hoodie. This is not a toy. This is your dog hoodie. No, leave it. Leave it. That's your dog hoodie. Dog hoodies are not toys. I think it's excellent. I think it's a wonderful and a necessary element of growth to be able to look back how far we've come. Because there was a time where the sort of comments of like, women belong in the kitchen and like, go make me a sandwich. There was a time when those comments had sting, where those comments hurt, when those comments like had weight to them. And somebody would say that to you and it would feel like they reached out and slapped you in the face. But that was like 15 to 20 years ago. So it's just not gonna have the same pizzazz. It's also, it doesn't really work for me because every man I've ever dated has been a phenomenal cook. Like, even the Big Turk, as a closeted, homosexual, narcissistic nightmare of a man, made incredibly delicious food. Just like such delicious food. Oh man, actually, I don't even need to tell you this, and maybe I shouldn't, just out of respect for the dead, because I really have murdered this man, truly. But Stretch the Magician, he's actually a very good cook, but for whatever fucking reason, he decided that instead of cooking his meals, he was just going to eat exclusively Factor meals. And he sort of pathetically and ridiculously would bring them over and like heat them up in my oven and be like, oh, isn't this great? And I can find joy and pleasure in anything. So I was like, yes, it's just like getting a Lunchable at lunch. And Lunchables at lunch were like sort of fun every once in a while. And eating a like pre-made, heated up in the oven Factor meal once a month was like kind of bearable. But then I also definitely realized that like, what you put in is what you're gonna get out. What you put in is what you're gonna get out. And I was kind of noticing that I was like, dude, you're not eating fresh food. You're not eating fresh fruits or vegetables. You're not having a variety of pleasurable and varied textures, which is incredibly important for eating. Think about how sensitive your mouth is. Think about each exquisite bit that your tongue can explore and recognize. You can put a die, like one dice in your mouth, and it would probably be easier to tell what the individual sides are using your tongue than it would be with your fucking fingertips, right? Eating those Factor meals, because they're like made and then frozen and then reheated, it creates a uniformity of a homogeny of texture, which is so intensely fucking revolting. Oh, did I miss giving the treat being given? Oh, don't worry, there'll be more treats to be given. She just popped her fucking head up like a goddamn antelope on the savannah plains. Okay, keep playing with your toy, you rat. To be honest, Ritus, I would rather eat McDonald's. The truth is, I would rather have McDonald's. if I'm going to eat food that is homogeneously textured, not good for me, and nowhere near fresh, I would rather it be McDonald's. I've had HelloFresh offer me, I can't even begin. It's a lot. I've had HelloFresh offer me tens of thousands of dollars for sponsorships over half a decade, over 5 years. And it's just, I almost took it too. I almost did it because I was like, well, maybe this is good. But then there was something in my deep intuition that was like, something about these, this is not the solution. This is not the solution. I think the solution is eating garbage. Like actually eating straight up garbage, allowing yourself to hit rock bottom when you open the fridge and you see there's nothing in here. And actually what was quite important that has rung so deeply in my mind was my best friend from Montreal opened my fridge. Floppy Trout, what a great username. Welcome back, baby. My best friend from Montreal opened my fridge, and the only thing in my fridge was leftover takeout boxes and booze, alcohol. And she like laughed and was like, this is exactly what I imagined your fridge would be like. And I was like, yeah, it definitely is like representative of where I am in my life. And then I realized that I wanted her more than anything to, at some point in the future, open up my fridge again and go, wow, V, remember when it used to just be like takeout containers and booze in here? And now you have, and now I actually do have like several different types of cheese. I have cheddar cheese, brie cheese, I have Parmigiano Reggiano, I've got some fucking amazing, delicious, expensive jams. I have cherry tomatoes and carrots. I have hummus, baba ganoush, and I have hell of a good dip because I love it and it's an extra treat for myself. I have ice cream in my freezer as well as like frozen pizzas. I have like actual food in my fridge. I have eggs. Oh, I need to get bread. I do need to get bread. But I have actual food in my fridge, which means that if I got hit by a car today walking to the grocery store and I needed somebody to come and take care of me, they would be able to come over and prepare food for both of us immediately. Because I'm not just taking care of myself because I'm going to wake up tomorrow happy and whole and healthy and good. I'm taking care of myself because I could actually wake up tomorrow severely disabled or injured or incapacitated. Like, your brain goes in such crazy directions to protect yourself. I was doing laundry the other night and I was like, I hope I don't get raped in the laundry room because that would put a huge damper on the date that I'm excited for later this week. And that's a crazy thought. I'm a crazy person. I wish I was a normal girl. SZA, thank you. But it's also the truth. It's also the truth that, like, basically every episode of Forensic Files that I've ever seen is like, she got raped in the laundry room because that's just where this happens. Oh, yeah. No. This is a real thing that women have to deal with, and it's not even crazy. You know what's bad? It's actually not babe problems. Me being attractive, me being magnetic in my look means that it offers me a layer of automatic social protection. In that, if you saw me in the bar, you would clock in maybe even faster than I would if another man started approaching me. Because you'd be able to feel the vibe of like, I wonder who's gonna approach her. And then as soon as you see the guy moving in my direction, you're gonna be like, oh, that guy's approaching her. And then in that moment, many of you would assess, is she going to like this guy? Does he look like a guy that she wants to be next to? And it's actually happened to me where I the first time I went to Veld, I went with this guy that I matched with on a dating site. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to sort of, I do this all the time where I'm like, I'm gonna match with the guy that I would automatically say no to. So I matched with this guy that I would normally automatically say no to. Huge mistake. It's called intuition, babe. You're supposed to listen to it. And I went to Veld with him, and it was terrifying, and it was awful, because he had no sense of personal boundary. He just, like, really wanted to have his hands all over me. I love dancing. And the reality is, everyone around me loves me dancing, too. So him trying to be all over me, I was like, you're not only ruining my dancing, you're ruining everyone else's experience of me dancing, because you're too close to me, and you're sort of getting in my vibe. But what was so lovely, what was so amazing and so beautiful was that, go get the ball, was that people came to my rescue. People every hour, every 10 minutes at Veld in Toronto came to rescue me. would walk up to me and be like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long, and it's so good to run into you again because we are old friends. Or guys would walk up to me and pretend to be my boyfriend. And I was just like, oh my God, this is so incredibly sweet. You are all being so incredibly kind. Ugh. I think that guy was gonna murder and rape me because he wanted to come inside my apartment so badly. I made the mistake of telling him that my roommate wasn't there. And so he was like, oh, I'm gonna come inside. And he and I literally had like a physical, I'm so grateful that he was about my size. And so me being a little bit smaller than him made me a tiny bit faster than him. And I was able to literally like slide into my door and slam it shut and lock it behind me before he was able to get in. And in retrospect, I was like, he would have done things with me that I was not consensual with. And then it probably would have upset me to the point that he was worried that I was going to go to the police and that he probably would have murdered me. How big was he? He was about 5'6" because he was just about my height. But the reality is, guys who are my height, if you go to the gym once a week, you're going to be fucking ripped. You're going to be tiny and very compact with muscle. So, like, it doesn't really matter how big or small a man is. Physiologically, if I go to the gym every single day and you go to the gym once a week, you're probably going to be able to out-fucking do me because I'm not a professional bodybuilder. Ew. Oh, no. You did it so wrong. But I am a kind and generous goddess, so I will be kind to you. So if you're going to say, hi, goddess, and in brackets, master, those words need to be capitalized. Those words need to be capitalized, okay? You have to capitalize those words. It's very important. It's of almost the utmost importance, I would say. Yeah. Report says that she got stuck in the washing machine. I matched with a guy on Tinder who has the same name as my stepbrother and the same spelling as my stepbrother's name as well. And this morning, I finally responded to his DM that he sent me, like, on Saturday or Sunday. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. Every time I open our messages, I'm just like, fuck, he has the same name as my stepbrother. This is so fucking weird. So I need him to tell me that he is not my stepbrother. Because he's not my stepbrother. He is just an adult man who has the same name as my stepbrother. But my stepbrother has, like, a super duper common name. It's not anyone's fault. He's also not my stepbrother. But it's kind of weird he has the same name as my stepbrother. Ritus, my darling, says, I'm hypervigilant whenever I go out with any woman anywhere, and holy shit, I notice so many creepy men just staring. My favorite part is when they notice that I'm looking at them with a disgusted face, and I can see the visible shame on them. TwitchCon was wild, Ritus. TwitchCon was incredibly uncomfortable for me because everybody in Rotterdam knew that I was a Twitch streamer and that we were there for TwitchCon and that this is what was going on. And so everywhere we went, we would sit down, and obviously, like, you and I and Elle and fucking Clinton Ian and Abdullah, like, of course, like, we're all looking at each other and talking to one another, and it's normal and fine. But then I would look beyond you guys. So, like, all of you guys are looking at me, and we're all looking at each other at our table. But as soon as I would look beyond your faces, I would notice that every single man anywhere that we sat down to eat was looking at our table as well. And in particular, looking at the only woman at our table, which was me. And so, meeting so many strangers' eyes over and over and over again gave me a sense that I was not safe, even though my amygdala understands the difference between being looked at and being hunted down for my flesh and breedability. The difficulty is that oftentimes the very act of looking can have one or the other or both, and it's kind of hard to tell the difference. As much money as you make, you do not have in-home hookups for laundry? No, I live in Toronto. I know, I live in Toronto, and so having laundry in your house is like the bougiest shit imaginable. Yeah. Oh, it's wild when I go out with my girlfriend how many guys I catch staring at the typical man gaze places, and they all look at me with faces of, oh, sorry, when I glare them down. Yep. I saw that in the Turkish restaurant by the park. I really liked it there. I thought it was so nice. But then this is also why it's so incredibly difficult for me to eat in public. It's just so hard for me to eat in public. I'm just constantly terrified. You found another entirely different ball to play fetch with. Amazing. I get very nervous about eating in public because I'm like, am I about to be attacked? Am I allowed to like sit here and actually nourish myself, or should I be worried about what the fuck the next minute is going to be? I don't know if I can nourish myself or if I should be stressed. It was great, but it's also kind of like mind your business. I was just wondering what they were expecting to see happen. Like, they didn't need to keep looking. I wasn't even moving around that much. We were just talking. Built Different says, I have a portable washing machine. It's good for small loads. That's not just innuendo. That's deep inside me. It's innuendo me. That's you know what you typed. You know what you typed. I know. We all know what you typed. Major Kusa plap. So inappropriate. Oh, we missed our break. Oh my god, we did miss break. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now we go on break. Don't go anywhere, darlings. Stick around for more. Okay, it took a little while, but I figured out how to take good photos. Like, I mean in my life. And then also just today again. So, every day relearning. Every day learning and relearning. Also, thank you so much for watching me instead of watching this incredible fucking stream from, I mean, not this stream, the stream from the International Space Station. You should probably be watching that. You're like, what? That's an option? It is. It is an option. Oh, man. It's, I mean, Ritus, like, being the model and the photographer and the costume designer and the idiot, I mean, I feel dumb. Some of these pictures are okay. I'll post some of these. Some of these are not going into the public sphere. Some of these will never see the light of day. It ended. It was great. Oh, yeah. What? It's already done? Oh, it was so fast. Wait, what? That's so quick. Don Petit is my new hero. Did I say his last name right? That's how you say it in French. My corset is not up to the task of holding up these mommy milkers today. It's sliding low. The trick is to just browse the subreddit during breaks. I found the person with the brain cell today. Hello. Hello, the brain cell. Glad to have you. You guys, do you see the puppy? Do you see this little dog whose head is so delicately perched on my thigh? How do I move? I've been told stories of photographers who have 13,000 pictures, and they use like maybe 500 of them. Yep. That number seems, yep. I feel like for every picture that I post, I take like 25 that I delete. At least. Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes even I'm amazed. Because once you, it's actually quite fun. Once you delete a bunch of them and then you just keep all the best ones and you put them all together, it's like, whoa. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like, whoa. You know, whoa. It's like that. Freshen your drinks, Governor. I promised myself that I wouldn't say that, and here I am. And here I am saying it. I regret nothing. Hey, my love, I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna do, oh, you just put your little head back on my lap, though. Never mind, I'm not going anywhere. Oh, her little eyes. Her soft little face. Her beautiful little eyes. No. No. Okay, yeah, thank you. I imagine a space stream like that could only be online for like a little bit of time. My brain says something about the Earth revolving, but I'm no science guy. Oh, right. Connections and what have you. And all the ways that the science works. Which is not for me to truly understand, but to always be a little bit and just so in awe of. Woo! Oh wait, no, that's too low. Gotta like split the difference with the high and the low and the... Oh, I love it. I love it. This is, I feel like this is how I want to dress every minute of every day. I love it. Yeah, this is how I'm meant to be dressed. This feels the most natural on me. Lots of like ruffles and there's butterflies on this and lots of like flowy layers. It feels so good. I'm a Renaissance fair girl. Having never been to a Renaissance fair, I'm a Renaissance fair girl. Abso-frickin-lutely. You can't stop me. You can't stop me from milording. Yeah, you see her and you think, maiden. Wait, didn't you literally just shut them down the other day for asking for this exact outfit? Yeah, I did. That's why it's funny that I'm wearing it today. It only took you over an hour to get the joke. That's all right. Rich is busy using... did you know that the amount of blood that it takes to fill your penis for an erection is about the same volume of blood that takes to fill your brain? I read that and I was like, yes, this is the ancient truth that I feel like we've always all known. Oh, gorgeous Miss V. I love it. I love this outfit. It makes me feel like a fairy tale princess. Love it. I love also that me just sitting here, literally feeling and looking like a fairy tale princess, is so disruptive to the most worthless of you. Like this guy's first time chatting, and the only thing he says is WTF. It's crazy. This is so crazy. This is truly what the fuck? It is a shame that people are allowed to use such powerful words every day. You're ruining the words. Anlet says, God allowed me to flow in only one way. That's not anything, no. That's, no. That's not even a good joke. That's nothing. It's repulsive. That's as repulsive as the comment above yours. I just tuned into stream 10 minutes ago, so, You had every opportunity to say you just tuned into stream right this second, but you gave yourself 10 minutes of stupidity, and I appreciate you for that. Moderators. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to be mean. Is that why they call them meatheads? I guess so, I don't know. Oh my. It's a worship-worthy A+ outfit. It's unreal. Oh yeah, I like it. Oh yeah, I like it. Oh yeah, I'm a fan. Can we ban this guy who's literally too stupid to exist? He said Zelda wants his princess back. Zelda is the princess, my dear. Oh my God in heaven. He meant to say Link wants his princess back. Oh my God. I love that some people are so delighted by their own stupidity because they need to get this reaction. What they want is this, like, oh, I totally got her. Oh my God, like, look at how I totally got her. Like, I totally got her. And the reality is any sensitive or thoughtful present person, if they step into shit, is going to react. It doesn't mean that the shit is particularly amazing or phenomenal or great or useful. It just means that the person who's stepping in it is aware. Anyways, thank you so much for enduring them for me. Oh, and you do. And you do endure them for me. Legend of Zelda, though, is such a great game. I've only played, not Tears of the Kingdom. No. I've only played Breasts of the Wild. No. Those are not the words. I've only played Breasts of the Wild. But those are not the words. What I hate, is that last year, I started playing Breath of the Wild with that guy. But then this is the thing that I'm realizing. This morning, for the first time ever, I had the healing fantasy of giving Stretch his jam back. You know, the jam that him and his mother made before she died? That he gave to me? And that I have now? I had all these, like, fantasies and daydreams about, like, smashing it or using it in an orgy and licking it off the body of my lover, having my lover lick it off my body. I, like, had all these amazing ideas for ways that I was going to use this jam to, like, get back at him or to give myself a sensation of closure that felt in equality with what he tried to do to me. Because as I was listening to Control by SZA this morning, she sings about how, do you not even realize that I'm alive? Do you not even know that I'm living in front of you, that I'm not just an object that you can put on the shelf and will sit inert waiting for you to come back. Because that guy that I was dating last year, he told me, like, he said to my face, I take you for granted in my life. And I rightfully in that moment and every moment since remember him saying that. And oh God, I should really like pay close attention to that awfulness for real. Because I wonder if he believes that there's a universe where he could apologize and I would accept it and move past it. And I never would. I never, ever, ever would. But also I think I've let go of the desire to hurt him or to get back at him or to even prove anything to him or to do anything other than to kind of just be kind to him, because I feel so happy to be rid of him that I can genuinely recognize that he did me a great favor by taking himself out of my life permanently. Absolutely. I don't like this guy asking if today's Instagram post will be as amazing as yesterday's, because he just wants me to show you my belly again. He wants to look at my stomach. And I kind of want to ban you because I'm sick of you talking to me like this. I am so glad that you love the look of my stomach, but it's fuck off, idiot. I don't want to talk about you or your feelings anymore, you moron. I'm talking about something else. Maybe he gave you that jam to torture you psychologically. No. He's not that smart. He's not that thoughtful. He gave me the jam because him and his mother literally made it for me, like, because it was part of the narrative that he's like takes me for granted in his life. The jam was always meant for me. It's my fucking jam. And it was meant to be given out to people who are important to the family, and I was important to their family. They literally have a family portrait in their kitchen, like a gigantic family portrait in their kitchen, in the center of their house. And it's a picture of their family that I took. So the jam is mine. He wasn't trying to like hurt me by giving me the jam, which is why it doesn't really make sense, and I'm probably not going to hurt him by giving the jam back. I absolutely feel great about just being like, here you go, this is yours. For you to enjoy. It does take a lot to not be mad at somebody and to forgive them. I'm not going to forgive him. I will never forgive him for what he did. He doesn't deserve forgiveness because he's not sorry, nor because to be sorry would be to acknowledge what he did, and he's never going to do that. So I'll never, ever, ever forgive him. I'll never, ever forget. But I also won't allow negative feelings to exist inappropriately for anyone inside myself. That's not for me. That man's life is garbage. He doesn't need me to punish him, truthfully. You could ask for the picture that you took back. It's a fair trade. No. You misunderstand. I like stood there and I held the camera and took the photo, but then they took the photo and they printed it out onto a big canvas and they put it in their kitchen. So like that's what's hanging in their kitchen. I'm not gonna ask for the gigantic canvas photo of their that's ridiculous. You guys aren't thinking. Moderators, built different might need a bit of a timeout. You're saying a lot of stupid shit back to back. It's actually just annoying. It's not contributing to the conversation. Please shut the fuck up. I love your outfit today. That's better. Damn. It is just a waste of energy to keep hating somebody who's not worthy of your headspace. There are better people to hate. You're absolutely correct, yeah. Yeah, there's better people to hate. There's more productive ways to hate. It was just really lovely to think about the idea of, like, Stretch's birthday is at the end of March. And it was very sweet. It was nice for the first time in my life to have the daydream of actually giving him back the jam for his birthday and being like, happy birthday, I hope you have a good year. And actually feeling and meaning that entire interaction. And it not being like a snide, snarky, like, I hope you have a good year. No, it's actually not that. It would be like, I genuinely hope you have a good year. Yeah, because I know that I will. And I know that it's because I'm not holding on to this shit. It's just faster than I normally am able to let go of it. Actually, maybe I never let go of it, to be honest. Because when we were, like, doing this terrible, awful dance of, like, being off again, on again in our 20s, oh my god, I really had this, like, fantasy daydream that he would grow into a responsible man in his 30s, and that we would both grow past our immaturity that I thought was holding back our relationship in our 20s. And in many ways, I think that I'm right. In many ways, that dream of connecting with a mature man in his 30s when I am a mature woman in my 30s is not wrong. That dream is very real and very, very achievable. It's just that it's like sort of similar to what I was talking about before about how sometimes getting something too early is bad for you. If you get it too early, you might frame it in a way that really limits your ability to fully engage with whatever it was in the first place. So, I'm really glad. Oh, man. I'm really, really glad that I can actually frame, like, being dumped over the phone by somebody who I've known for over a decade. By somebody who's said, I'm in love with you. I see a future with you. I imagine what it would be like to have children with you, for him to dump me over the phone. And to be able to, like, in a month and a half, yeah, and it be able to, like, in 6 weeks, be able to come to the point where I'm like, you know what, I'm not even mad at him anymore. I'm genuinely just grateful for having the past 6 weeks without him. And that's true. Like, the past 6 weeks have been, to be honest, kind of the best 6 weeks of my life. They haven't been perfect. I've been very tired. I've cried a lot. I've felt, oh, I love dumplings. Oh my god, I want Momo right now. Oh, and nice Birkenstocks, by the way. I love my Birkenstocks. Thank you. Yeah. Good things are so tiring, just like bad things are exhausting. Oh, isn't that just the way? And then once you're tired, it's like, well, yeah, I'm tired because I had fun. I'm tired because it was good, but I'm still tired. So tired. If Stretch hadn't dumped me over the phone, I definitely wouldn't have matched with the poet on Tinder. Absolutely. And I definitely wouldn't have had this, like, huge plethora of orgasms and sexy memories to draw on. Because with Stretch, I saw him at most once or twice a month. But, like, with the poet, I'm like, oh, we're, like, going on dates, like, not every single week, but, like, maybe eventually every single week. Is the poet the guy who factory reset you? Yeah. I've literally never had sexual chemistry with somebody like I have with him, which is amazing. It's so wonderful. It also really feels like a double-edged sword pressed right up against your clit, which is great because it's sexy and dangerous, but it's also very ridiculous and sad because having phenomenal sexual chemistry with somebody feels awesome. It also puts into perspective the genuine, overwhelming lack of sexual chemistry that I endured so happily, like an ignorant fucking frog in a boiling pot. Tell this man to write a book to help us get tips. He's written 2 books, but they're of poetry. I don't know if the poetry helps him be a better lover or not. I know the Muay Thai does. You should really start doing Muay Thai. That definitely makes you a better lover, no matter what that idiot says. Oh, do you not know that the head of your penis is the sort of like biological equivalent of a woman's clitoris. It's so funny. This guy's like, I don't have a clitoris. I don't know what that's like. Do you also not have a head to your penis? Well, that circumcision was thorough. Oh, it's your first time subscribing. I sing a song for you. Welcome to the blanket fort. It doesn't go with this beat. I was like, can I do it to this song? No, I can't do it to this song. I'm not that kind of person. Welcome to the blanket fort. I'm very glad you're here. I'll send the air reverberating with a mighty cheer. I'll sing you and I'll sing you out. To you I raise a mighty shout. Yo, yo, my sub is here, so welcome to my stream. Hooray, I sang you my song and you love it. Oh, really? Oh, no. How old are you? Do you not understand basic human biology? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. I did, and I love it, to be honest. Do you know what I love? Neurobiology. I love me some neurobiology. So I was reading. I didn't get a lot of reading done this morning, which is fine. I'll do reading on other days, maybe tomorrow. So I was reading Peter Levine's In an Unspoken Voice, which is overwhelmingly good, much like Bessel van der Kolk's The Body Keeps the Score. It's very well written, very intense, very awesome. The beginning of the book begins with his experience of being hit by a car. It's a little bit hard to read because it's scary reading about trauma, and reading about somebody experiencing trauma in the present is so what happens is that as a protective measure, our bodies will turn off the part of our brain that keeps time. The part of our brain that tells us it is February 12th in 2025 at 2:17 p.m. in the afternoon. That stops when you read the book, because what you're reading is so overwhelmingly emotionally and important. You're reading about somebody's lived experience near death, which is absolutely biologically in every cell of our body. The most important thing to us is to continue living. So your brain turns off its ability to keep time, and it turns on the ability to draw on every tiny bit of information that could be relevant to protecting our lives. And that sort of manifests in a flashback. A flashback, and having a flashback be triggered, isn't just a panic attack and isn't just a bad memory. It literally is like your body is unwillingly transported through time and space and logic and reason, and you are trapped not only in a moment of relative safety and comfort, but simultaneously trapped in a moment of agonizing, inescapable terror. And that's enough for your brain to feel like it's being pulled apart. And it is pulling itself apart in an attempt to save itself. It's frozen in place in the present moment. It's also pulling itself backwards into time to help try to control the future. It's an impossible thing for our brains to do. And yet each and every one of our brains does this so perfectly and so automatically across the spectrum of human beings. Almost, basically. And what's interesting is that it's interesting the ways that we developed to get through that. And so the part that Peter Levine was talking about in the book this morning that I was reading was shaking. Shaking after something bad happens. Sometimes I get so excited I shake. I will definitely shake after like a near death experience, like if you almost step out into traffic and a car whizzes past you. I'll like 30 seconds to a minute or 2 to 3 minutes later, I'll realize, oh my God, I'm shaking. And that shaking is so important. our body just shakes, and that shaking, that movement after trauma is so important. And I don't exactly understand how or why it's important, but I recognize, I'm like, yes, it is very important. It does feel good to shake afterwards. I wonder why that is. And in my mind, I'm like, well, it feels good to shake because I can feel everything. I can feel my skin, my muscles, my bones, my ligaments, the air touching my skin, the blood flowing underneath the surface. I can feel the minerals that are made of the exploding stars that became the iron in my blood, because I'm shaking it all and I'm vibrating, I'm resonating with the impact of what just happened. And that shaking feels so fucking good. It kind of makes me, oh my god, I'm not high, but I'm also so high. It makes me think that the way to travel through time and space is not to try to like push into one direction, but to try to move back and forth really hard and fast. Is there something in there? Did I just discover time travel? Did I just discover time travel? Oh! No, I think I'm, no, I think that's just nothing. Yeah, I don't like that. I didn't like that joke either, Rightus. That was a good delete. It's not an ad. This is just what human connection is about. I don't like that because human connection is vitally important, and advertising has used that vital important connection inappropriately, and now people think that it's the same thing back and forth, where it's like, oh, she's just trying to sell me something. Oh, this is just like an act. This is just something else than it other is. And it's maddening. It's so frustrating because being authentic takes an incredible amount of energy and effort. And then these fucking morons, without even a thought, try to dismiss it because they don't understand it. I kind of want to ban that person, to be honest. Yeah, you were fine yesterday, and now today you're being really annoying. I wonder what that's about. Cause for Concern says, I'd love to hear your insights on this subject. Did you ever have NDE? I don't know what NDE is. I don't understand why you would use an abbreviation when you're trying to ask somebody about something. Do women actually fall in love, V? They seem to move on mentally if you show your soft, loving side, in my opinion, and my personal experience. You think women leave you because you're being soft and personal? I think that women are leaving you because you don't really understand what's happening. A deer being hunted by a cougar and they escape. Part of calming down is to shake off the fear and anxiety. Okay, so you understand that. You always have positive vibes, though. Oof, no, not all the time. But do you believe in UFOs? Unidentified flying objects? Yes, of course. There's lots of stuff flying around up there that we have no idea what it's about. And, like, unidentified aerial phenomenon? Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Do I feel like it's aliens? Sure, absolutely, why not? Yeah! Yeah, fuck yeah! I mean, imagine aliens came during the Jurassic period, and they were like, woo, dinosaurs, so cool. And they were like, we'll just hang out and see what else goes on. Like, maybe aliens have been here way longer than humans have been. Oh, have you ever had a near-death experience? Yes, everyone has. I don't think any person on this planet could, like, make it to their 30s without getting close to death. You get fast in love? Danny, what is this question? Or are you just oversharing and you think it's just your soft side? I mean, this is the thing that a lot of people, number one, showing vulnerability isn't like putting a quarter into a payphone. You don't get to automatically connect to the other side. There's a time and a place for vulnerability. And unfortunately, a lot of men are like, therapy isn't for me, but I'm going to express all of my thoughts and feelings that definitely need to be expressed in therapy to my romantic partner. And then your romantic partner is like, okay, well, now you've changed this relationship. You've treated me like a therapist, and now you expect me to have sex with you? You would never expect your therapist to have sex with you. Why would you then expect your romantic partner to be able to treat you like a therapist and then also be able to have sex with you? That is obviously a huge, gigantic over-expectation that any woman would immediately go, I'm not qualified for this. I am not qualified for this. Not qualified, yeah. I think it's cause for concern. I'm gonna just point out the idea that, like, you're trying to get around using a banned term when literally you can put a single apostrophe to represent the word that equals 12 inches. You know what I mean? Cause for concern, your stupidity. I don't have a lot of tolerance for chat stupidity today. This is my 3rd day streaming in a row. I've put up with your stupidity for 3 days in a row. I'm gonna need you guys to actually think before you type things to me today. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. It's just not today. Today is not that day. Absolutely not. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, we're getting... Hold on. It hasn't started yet. But apparently we might get walloped with snow. We might get like 8 billion feet of snow. Which would be bad. Which would be genuinely not good. So... there are certain things that I want from the drugstore. And I'm like, oh, what do I do? How do I get the things that I want from the drugstore? What are the things that I want from the drugstore? I need mouthwash, first and foremost. All out of mouthwash. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I want to get hair dye because my grays are popping out. No more grays. No more grays popping out for you. No. And if it's going to snow like crazy, might as well do that while it's snowing. Yeah, that's right. Thank you for the money. No, I think I have enough drugs. Although I could get some nice CBD edibles. So I could have like a nice relaxing, yeah. Oh, so Fox is so, yeah, I have this like really beautiful dark, or sorry, not dark, but like this really dense, rather, streak of gray that wants to pop out right here. But no. You are not worthy. It's the joy of my life to point out how unworthy you are every day. Oh, I also forgot the dog was over here. Can you see the Stream Elements activity feed? No, I forgot to sign in 3 days ago. And now I'm here, not signed in. Did he say something? Should I pay attention to what he said? Yeah. Let me know if they say important things. So. Nope, I didn't say anything. I just gave you the money. Well, you can say things when you give me money. You look like this character. That's interesting. I do look like a little bit of a character. I just like sending. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. You should send to me. Because I'm going to use all the money that you send me to sign up for an acting class next month, which I'm really looking forward to. I'm also very, very nervous about it. Mostly because going after your dreams means opening yourself up to failing. And I don't like failure. It makes me feel like a failure. And I don't know if you've ever felt like a failure, but it doesn't feel good. So I'm going to be like Satine in Moulin Rouge, a real actor. I love the way she says that. I love you, Nicole Kidman, so much. And I definitely knew that I didn't want to be in the acting industry before. I didn't exactly know exactly why I didn't want to be in the acting industry before. And now I kind of understand a little bit better that I couldn't really feel inside myself what was good acting and what was bad acting. And now I can at least feel when it's good and when it's bad. I can't always make it good, but I can feel the difference between good and bad now, which I feel like is an excellent place to start from. A good springboard. That differentiation. Oh no, I've never taken any psychology classes. I just have intuition. Oh, I felt like a major failure earlier. At least. What? Thankfully, I was reassured. I just went to a shitty place. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bro, I'm too high. I thought your toe ring was another nail and that you had 6 toes. Blah. No, it's just a toe ring. I love my toe ring. Although what I don't like is that I broke it a little bit, so it's got like, sometimes it gets caught on things. That's no good. Oh, yeah, I felt like a major failure last year. Thankfully, I was reassured. I just was like in a shitty place. Yeah, I get you. I get you. We're all kind of in a shitty place. Like whether we want to be or not, you know? It's a little bit inescapable. I know I'm like, oh, it's time for the second break, and I'm like, do I want to take a break? And I'm like, yeah, of course I want to take a fucking break. Of course I want to take a fucking break. I want to take more adorable slutty photos for you. And stretch my legs. Oh, my bruised legs. What did I do to get all these bruises? That's really the question. That's literally the question every single day. What did I do to get all these bruises? Failure is based on someone else's opinion that you eventually can have the confidence to not agree with. Yeah. I like what Jake said in Adventure Time, that sucking at something is the first step in being kind of good at something. Do you want gifted subs or do you want money sent? I guess, you know what, let's flip a coin. Flip a coin. Okay. Yes is subs and no is donations. No is donations. So you're gonna donate more to the acting fund. Yay! Okay, good boy. Okay, you donate more to the acting fund. I'm gonna take my break. I'm gonna take some photos on my break. I'm gonna post them on Instagram. my god, it's cold. Oh my god, it's so cold. Sorry, I'm also here. I took photos. I took the photos. I took the photos. I posted 2 photos on Instagram. You're welcome. It's very cold in here. I need to conserve heat, warmth. Must conserve warmth. Oh god, it's cold. Okay, so we have a heater here though, so I don't have to be cold. You just sit here in warmth and comfort and happiness with my puppy. Hello, puppy. And my chat. Oh my gosh. And my corset popping right up. Yes, I'm in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So the northeast of America is getting some heavy snows, and then those heavy snows are going to come wafting up into Canada too. Oh, the heater is nice though. The heater's quite nice, and the puppy's nice. And the chats are nice. Hello, friends. Jake should be regarded as one of those best philosophers, because damn, that dude was spitting knowledge sometimes. Do you know what I really like about Jake is that he wasn't perfect. He got easily distracted. He made rash decisions that sometimes had consequences that then they would deal with. But he was always very easygoing in accepting praise, easygoing in accepting accountability. I like that he wasn't perfect. He wasn't, because like as much as I love Iroh, as much as we all love fucking Iroh set an incredibly high standard for father figures, uncle figures in television. And then he's also so perfect. He's so perfect in many ways that it's daunting to even imagine yourself like that person. But we can all imagine ourselves like Jake. We can all imagine ourselves. There's Jake in all of us. Oh, 11 degrees Celsius is considered cool. You would call that temperature cool. That is called sweater weather. That's nice. I love sweater weather. I live for some good sweater weather. Yeah. I'm very excited for the snow. But then I'm also so much like a cow. I said this to one of the guys that I matched with on Tinder, and he was like, "Excuse me, did you just actually call yourself cattle?" And I was like, "Yes, I am so much like a cow. In that precipitation makes me tired. So tired the precipitation makes me. If it snows or if it rains, like weather just like exhausts me. I wonder what that's about." Hello, puppy. Oh, are you gonna... Oh, now she's sitting in the heat. Well, don't get too close. You're gonna heat up. You're gonna turn into a toasted marshmallow. I'm so happy and so eternally grateful for living in a part of the world that gets all 4 seasons. And like all 4 seasons, nice and distinct. Nice and distinct, all 4 seasons. Really get to... Oh, hello. Oh, my toasted marshmallow. I love it. She tucks her little paws in. Yeah, you tucked your little paws in. Little tucked paws. So you know she's full of happiness. I love all 4 seasons. The difficulty is that winter is so intense. It's not that I don't mind. I like the cold. I like the dark for a period of time. There's a novelty to it. I keep pulling it down and then having to yank it back up again. I'm having some yin yang issues with it. Leave. You're not gonna lick your butt on stream. I know the desire to lick your butt on stream is very high. I'm gonna tell you it's not gonna happen. So having all 4 seasons is so lovely. It truly is a delight. But having so much long dark cold is like, ugh. It really makes the long, warm, sunny, hot summers feel so much shorter. Because the dark feels so much longer. Yeah, there's lots of people who've never seen snow. Just completely yank it down. I mean, wait, what? Rich, my God. Summer makes me feel like I'm melting 24/7. I don't have a ton of sympathy for people who want to complain about the weather, because who gives a fuck? I mean, are you actually complaining that, like, summer is hot? Do you complain that dogs bark and babies cry too? Do you complain that the sun only rises in the east? Do you complain that the sky is blue? Do you complain that leaves are green? I'm just like, yeah, figure it out. Somehow billions of other people have somehow figured it out. And so it's not about complaining about, like, oh, this sucks, because, like, this thing, so what are you going to do about it, my dude? That's the human experience, my dude. It's not just sitting there inert and, like, a victim of your own circumstances. Because everybody gets hot in the summer. That's, like, a facet of existence. But just, I'm not sitting here like, I never get too hot in the summer. Nobody's saying that. What somebody with a brain in their fucking head would say is, yes, it's very hot in the summer. It feels so good to hang out in a public park where the temperature is often cooler, or to get away to the beach where there is refreshing bodies of water to dip into. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy that, like, other people have noticed that it's hot in the summer and cold in the winter, and then they found billions of solutions to that exact experience, and you being too stupid and too useless to even be able to move yourself to comfortable areas, it really is like a single moment, but a big representation of why you are such a failure. It's why there's such failures, Val. It doesn't have to be a mystery. We can understand these things and then take comfort in being able to recognize them. It's true. Yeah, this guy in chat who says, complaining is all I have, LOL. Oh. In some ways, it's very sad to realize that there's, like, nothing special or unique or important about an individual person when they throw it in your face in that way. But then that's the dichotomy where it's like, well, this person is a useless garbage person, and yet they still have as many rights and deserve as many privileges as somebody better than them. What a crazy thing to be mindful of. You think it's a freedom thing. You think that you're free to complain about your imaginary trapped circumstances. I mean, that just sounds like denial with extra steps. But now the heat is actually getting excessively hotter, and so it feels like so much worse. Again, these are not problems that exist for you personally, nor are these problems that other people have not already thought of. There are definitely things that we should be doing to prevent exactly what you're describing. And we try, and we try, and we try. Yes, I fed you your goopy eye sleeps, you gross bitch. And I'll do it again, because I wasn't thinking about what I was doing, and she got it from me. Oops. Don't eat those, you weirdo. Woo! The truth is, it's hump day. It's Wednesday. We don't need to solve anything. We don't need to do anything other than just show up and try our best. And that's mostly what a lot of us are doing. It's not what every single one of us is doing all the time, but I do believe that most of us are doing our best to show up. Also, it's Gromit's birthday. I saw right. It's nice. Yes. Yeah, it is. It's also my dear sweet Montreal friend's birthday. So I must remember to message her and give her a happy birthday conversation. Woof. Yes, it's very difficult to motivate myself to do anything when I'm underneath and receiving the kisses of this puppy who is here in my lap so sweetly and softly. And I don't know if you can tell exactly, but she has her whole body pushed up against me so tightly, she basically doesn't even exist. Like, you can't even see her underneath here because she's so close to me. Yes, you. Do you like me? Are you my best friend? A little bit, maybe. Am I making you feel shy with all the attention I'm giving you now? Ugh, you're silly. just got the most terrible craving for Mexican food, which is not good because I don't have stuff to make tacos, which means I either need to get stuff to make tacos so that I can make tacos as soon as possible, or I'm going to make somebody come out in the snow later and give me tacos. Okay, maybe I can survive without tacos. I could probably survive without a taco. I should have had tacos yesterday. Yesterday was probably Taco Tuesday. There's a metaphor somewhere in there. I don't think you guys are here watching this stream because you want to get deep into metaphor. What about just nachos? Ooh, I live for nachos. Oh, I love a good plate of nachos. Yeah. Just sign up for Factor Meal Tacos. Get some frozen tacos delivered straight to your door. Oh. I'll give you a nacho. Just deep. Oh, says John, I want to go deep. Good God in heaven. Do you want to go deep in talking about severance theories? That's where I'm at. I love a good severance theory. Oh, I love tacos. Speaking of toilets, my toilet handle on my toilet, for whatever reason, was just this, like, crummy yellow plastic handle. Which, truthfully, every time I looked at it, I was like, oh, this crummy plastic yellow handle is so disgusting, so gross. Why do I have this crummy plastic yellow handle on my toilet? So I bought a nice silver toilet handle off of Amazon, and I installed it yesterday, and I felt like a domestic goddess, just replacing my old crummy plastic yellowing toilet handle with my nice, shiny silver. Feels so solid. Feels so solid. Now when you flush, it's like, oh, it feels like a brand new toilet. It goes so well with my new toilet seat and my new bidet. I truthfully was so angry at my toilet before. I hated my fucking toilet. It would run constantly, so it needed a new flapper. It needed a new fluid master as well. The handle was cheap. It wobbled. The bidet that I had broken. And then the toilet seat that was on there was like very, very old and just like nasty old toilet seat. And I was like, I need a brand new toilet. I can't have this. Like, I spend every morning sitting here adjusting myself for the day. I need to not hate it. And I'm so glad that over months, I gave my toilet a full makeover. Full toilet makeover. And now I actually feel like it's a throne that I get to sit on my throne every morning and get myself ready for my peasants. Rich, I have no idea why he would say something like that. It's just so ridiculous. Yes, it's the camera angle. Yes, it is the camera angle that people are here jerking off to. Correct, you fucking troglodytes. There's this guy in my DMs on Instagram. I think I need to start deleting some of these conversations and banning these people from my life. Because this guy is just, like, going overboard with the cock and ball torture. And he's just sending me, like, paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs of uncomfortable messages being like, oh, baby, I'm torturing my balls. I'm torturing my balls so hard. I've never tortured my balls this hard. You have to stop me from torturing my balls. You have to answer me. You have to answer me because I'm torturing my balls for you. And I'm just like, you know what? Block. That's a block and delete. That's a block and delete. I'm not a part of this. I don't want to be a part of this. You're making me a part of this and I don't want to be. Don't put your anus on me. No. Get out of here. I also don't want to be a part of your anus. I love every part of you. But I don't want your anus on me. I love you. Ugh. I mean, like, you know me, I'm always down for a fun, sexy conversation. But this sort of just, like, intense runaway experience. And then the insistent, like, you must respond to me. You have to answer me. Why aren't you answering me? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. It's just like, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. You are nobody. You are nobody to me. I couldn't even, if you walked up to me in the grocery store and you said, hey, V, I've been talking to you about my cock and ball torture excessively for days, I'd be like, I can't even differentiate that from all the other weird conversations I'm kind of dissociating away from, but also just barely engaging enough with to sort of make you guys feel seen and appreciated. Because I do see and appreciate you. But I'm also like, wow, you people need actual therapy. You need actual therapy. You don't need to distract yourself by imagining what I'm doing or thinking or feeling. You need to actually focus on what you're thinking and what you're feeling. Woo, baby. Woo, baby boys. Oh, and now there's this guy who's a bucket. And that's happening too. Oh, yes. All this is to say, I love my new toilet. I don't love that there's, like, new people every day begging to be my toilet. You see? You see? I get how you're confused. I understand where the miscommunication kind of took root and how it spread. I love my toilet. I do not love you being my toilets. No, thank you. Although that is a little bit what being a Twitch streamer kind of feels like. You take all of the nutrients that you could possibly absorb, all the life experiences, and you distill it down into something that you can give away to people, and truly they just flush it away. Oh, yes. Oh, did you bring me the ball for more fetch? Oh my goodness. Fetch never ends. Fetch is an all-day, everyday experience, if you're lucky enough. I love how I got here and you're literally just talking about people being your toilet. I went on a date on Friday with Batman, with this very sweet man. I feel bad. I have no desire to talk to him this week. We had like a great week last week, chatting almost every day, and he seems very sweet and interesting, but I'm also not feeling any sort of like sexual connection with him in particular. So that's not spectacular, but it's a feeling that I can acknowledge. I went to go see Heart Eyes with him, which is a Valentine's Day slasher movie. It's about this like serial killer who kills couples, and these two people go out to dinner together on Valentine's Day. They're co-workers, but they go out to dinner together for like a business meeting. But then it's like, oh wait, is this a business meeting or is this a date? And are they a couple or are they not a couple? And the movie itself was actually very fun and silly. I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed watching it with this guy, Batman, who seems very sweet and nice. But then I'm also like, I don't know. Oh yes, the male actor in that movie is, I mean, what's terrible is that he kind of looks like somebody that I know who I'm not attracted to. So unfortunately, I'm not attracted to him, but I can appreciate that he is very attractive. He's just not attractive to me because he looks like somebody I know. Yeah, even Batman getting rejected. I know. I think I'm also realizing that as much as I want to be open to dating somebody who's divorced with kids, in reality, the minute I sit across the table from a guy who's divorced with kids, I'm just like, oh my goodness gracious. I can't help but just like recognize that you have so many other responsibilities and that our relationship isn't going to be, I don't know, the way that I sort of imagine my relationships always would be. So I would have to sort of like put away what I am familiar with wanting to want a new type of thing. And I guess I'm trying to want a new type of thing, but I don't know if this is the right type of thing for me. Anyways, all this is to say, I don't know if I want to see Batman again. I feel sad saying it, but I think I feel sad saying it because I know it's the right thing to say. This music is so inappropriate, but hilarious. Oh, I was also just thinking about like some of the other guys that I'd matched with and like talked with, and like what works and what doesn't work, and like what in dating feels like a connection and what in dating feels like crossed wires or like a lack of chemistry, you know? So I matched with a guy who actually seemed really interesting, and something that I really liked is that he seemed really high energy. Like his profile had like lots of like him doing lots of different activities, and seemed like he had like a good group of friends, but then also like a rich career. So I was really interested to like talk to this guy. And then we I don't know what happened. I think I might have mentioned him before on stream, but he saw my Instagram and was like, oh, I get you. You're like an internet hot girl. I get it. And then he said, well, my like offer for our date still stands. And when you're ready, just let me know. He basically was just like, I am not going to pursue you. I am just going to leave an open offer available to you. And I feel really bad because although I was like, oh, I feel like there could have been a connection here. I feel like there was potential for like something to actually happen. I'm like, the idea that I'm going to be the one to initiate it and make it happen is like, dude, I have men who are coming at me. I have men who are like pursuing me. Are you really telling me that if I want to be with you, I'm going to have to ignore all these men who are coming towards me? I'm going to have to put all of that aside. I'm going to have to like push myself towards you. I mean, I guess I could do that, but I'm like, why? For what reason would I do that? Sorry, adjusting my little heater. He knows that you're unavailable. Well, yes, yeah, I'm not taking marriage proposals until 2027. So, like, duh, I'm unavailable. You can't marry me. No, I'm unmarried. You can't marry me right now, no. But that's, like, just how it is. That's not a personal thing. I'm not unavailable because of him. I'm just not accepting marriage proposals until I'm older. 2027. When I'm 37. But that's probably why he gave you the option, though. I mean, it's difficult to recognize it as anything other than him just being like, I'm not going to waste energy on pursuing somebody who already seems to be pursued by many other people. And the difficulty is that I'm not going to waste energy is the first part of that sentence, and I'm not going to listen past that. And so I get where he's coming from, absolutely, where like, yep, he would be throwing himself into competition with tons of other guys who are vying for my attention. Haha. My username is InvaderVie, but people often mispronounce it as InvaderVie, so I think it's funny. Is being pursued part of the fun for you too? Chasing and being chased are integral for authentic passion in a relationship. It can't just be all one way. You have to make yourself available to be chased. You have to express your own vulnerabilities and desires, and you have to put effort in to do that. And then you also have to, you know, play a little bit hard to get at the same time as well. It needs to be together. It needs to be balanced. If you're looking for a partner, you want to watch and you want to partner up with somebody that you feel like you match with. Not somebody who's just going to passively accept you. I passively accept myself. I don't really need that from anyone else. Oh, it's so hot. It's so hot. I love it. You should have taken notes from the Hard Eyes guy. Yeah, from Batman. Sweet Batman. Oh, no, wait. Sorry. You meant he should have taken notes from the main character in Hard Eyes, not the guy that went to go take me to see Hard Eyes. I misunderstood. Sorry. I didn't get it. I wasn't paying attention. How does he know he would be in competition with other people unless you tell him? John, because he saw that I have like over 60,000 followers on Instagram. And he matched with me on Tinder. So like, first of all, once he matched with me on Tinder, he was like, oh, okay, well that's like a rare thing. If she's even real, that's even rarer. And then he saw that I have like 60,000 followers on Instagram. I think he was just like, okie dokie, I'm out of my element, and so I'm just going to like bow out as gracefully as possible. Do I know Batman? Does he have a heavy Latin accent? Montoya, por favor. Montoya, por favor. Oh my goodness gracious. I matched with this guy who would not let go of the notion that I was fake, that I was AI, that like all of my pictures were heavily filtered, that this is not what my face looked like, this is not what my body looked like. He just absolutely refused to accept that I am the way that I am. And actually, I think John, you and I were talking about this, where John was like, aren't you worried about like matching with guys who aren't who they say they are? And The reality is you can tell when you're speaking to somebody who has grown up and knows they're attractive. There is definitely a way that people speak when they know that they're attractive. Sometimes you just have to accept your own outrageous fortune. Sometimes you're just like the luckiest guy in the whole wide world. Sometimes I'm just the luckiest girl in the whole wide world. But anyways, there's this thing, like, you talk to somebody and you can tell. You can tell by their attitude. You can tell by the way that they interact with their own attractiveness if it's actually them or not. Absolutely. I think you can also tell when you talk to somebody and they don't match up with their photos. Where it's like there's an attitude, maybe this is just me going overboard with my own sense of intuition, but there's like an attitude, there's an expectation of like, okay, this person seems this way. And then once they start talking to you, if it's like, oh, actually this person seems like they're not used to talking to women, they don't have any experience being the center of desire or being the center of attention from the opposite sex. And like these are patterns of experience that most people develop, especially into their 30s. Yeah. A bit of a shame that he didn't test the waters and see how you guys got along genuinely first, I suppose. Which guy? So many guys just fucking flounder so hard. But it's good. It's valuable for me to recognize all the different ways that these guys are failing. Because to be honest, it just reminds me of ways that I've failed to connect with people as well. Where I've been like, oh, you seem kind of out of my league, so like, I don't even want to pursue you for failing in front of you. Because I kind of already feel so far behind you. Well, look what you did to the rug, you rat bitch. That rug is tugged. That's a rug a tug tug. So this guy that I matched with, who wouldn't believe that I was myself, he was like, let's do a video call. He's like, let's do like a 2-minute video call and then I'll know that you're yourself. And I thought about saying yes, because I was like, I can do a 2-minute video call. I sit on stream for hours all day. I don't like being in front of the camera, but I know how to be in front of the camera. And I also know that I am myself. And so like, but then I just realized that I was talking myself into doing something that I instinctually know I do not like doing. And I was doing it for this random guy that I just matched with on Tinder who, like, the fuck do I care about? I don't care about him at all. When you literally have no information other than photos and your knowledge that the internet is full of lies and robots, your intuition is paramount. Yeah. Also, like, things, you play Mad Libs, right? As like the way that I've always described it. You play sort of Mad Libs when you get to know somebody. You see their hairstyle, you see their choice in clothing, you see the pictures that they chose of themselves on Tinder as well, or on Hinge or whatever fucking website you're using. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the audience. Oh my god, you make this so much harder than it needs to be. So, what was I saying? I'm just thinking about the poet's Tinder profile. I got so distracted. What am I talking about? I hate you so much. Don't do this to me. I need to be able to stream, okay? So Mad Libs. Okay, right. You're making Mad Libs. So you fill in the blanks for this person. And then if when they start uncovering their own blanks of their own Mad Libs of themselves, if you start seeing like, oh, this is not lining up with my idea of this person. Sometimes that's great. Sometimes that's awesome. Sometimes you're pleasantly surprised at like, oh, I was wrong about this. I filled in this blank and it's much better than I could have ever anticipated. Sometimes it's right on the money. You're like, I knew this about you. I knew it all along. I knew it. And then once you start recognizing that like, oh, this isn't how I thought it would be. That's not how I thought you would react. Those are red flags. You pay attention to those. What is your go-to move to try to prove you're you without a video call? I show them my Instagram page, which I've had for over 5 years, and I've amassed tens of thousands of followers on, and is consistently and obviously me in every photo without any hint of like outrageous filtering or I mean, I'm wearing a fuck ton of makeup. Like, I'm wearing so much makeup right now. If you saw me face to face, you'd be like, that's a lot of makeup. That's a lot of makeup. Yes. Tinder also does have verification as well, where it takes a 3D scan of your face using your phone, and if you do not look identical to your fucking pictures, they will ban you. That's how I got my Hinge profile banned, because all of my photos on Hinge are me wearing this much makeup, but then when I did the face verification on Hinge, I wasn't wearing any makeup, and it was like, you do not match your photos, this is not you, you are a catfish, we're banning your profile. And they had already shadow banned it, because I turned on my Hinge profile for a week, and I got 0 matches, 0 likes, 0 messages. For a week, I was like, something's wrong here, this is not possible. This is not possible. I'm gonna call you by your username because you know what? You know what? Yeah, you fuck. You're your username. You're a chatter. Your name is Tilden. Yes, that's right. Now you have to sit here, Tilden, in chat and listen to the incredibly erotic exploits of me and the poet. But you don't get to be him because you're just a stupid fucking chatter. How do you like your dissociated personality? You're just a bit narcissistic. Please tell me everything about how narcissistic I am. Please explain to me how after spending hours doing my own hair, makeup, costuming, dressing, personal maintenance, tell me exactly how I'm narcissistic for taking care of myself. You let me know. You let me know. You don't actually believe that because you're a disgusting fucking slob, that you have some sort of greater inner strength than I do? Tilden is actually such a chatter name. I forgot that it's the person that we are aware of outside of stream. Oh, she big mad. I mean, every person on the planet would be angry if some random moron accused them of being a narcissist. That's just regular human interaction. Again, this isn't some sort of amazing feat of a chatter to get an emotional reaction from somebody who is emotionally in tuned. Oh my god, look how special they are. You fuckwits don't even realize you're watching me. But for sure, that chatter's the special one. Oh yay, yeah, where's that guy? Where are these guys? Out living their beautiful lives. I didn't call you a narcissist. This is what assholes will do. Now he's backtracking. Although, literally on the screen, we can see him accusing me of being a bit narcissistic. Now he's backtracking. Now he's saying, 1 second, let me just move the goalpost a little bit since I saw that I'm a little bit out of my own depth. Let's see. I said your comment was a bit narcissistic. You didn't actually say that. We can see the evidence of your lie here. That you couldn't have a match in a week. Sorry, that cut deep. Oh. Wow, you're actually especially stupid in amazing different ways. It is not narcissistic for me as a 34-year-old woman who has taken excellent care of herself, not only inside but out, to be quote-unquote objectively attractive. And yes, Tilden, I understand that the poet took issue with me using the word objectively very freely, but I took his recommendation to heart and I'm using it much less so. No. It is not narcissistic for me to believe that as a single woman of dateable age, it is unusual and therefore the result of a shadow ban that I would have 0 interactions on a dating app. I made my Tinder profile and I had 10,000 interactions, like 10,000 likes and messages within days. That's not me being narcissistic. That's not me gassing myself up. I'm describing the physical experience of my own life. And I understand that it's different from yours. And I understand that it sounds magical and special, like I'm some sort of main character on a TV show. But I think that you're just so fucking stupid you don't recognize that dating apps are flooded with men. And there are very few women. It has nothing to do with what I actually look like or who I really am. It has much more to do with the algorithms at play, the practical numbers of the people on these apps, and my understanding of that. The fact that I'm incredibly fuckable with a beautiful asshole, perfect tits, and a pussy that just won't quit, that's just icing on top of a cake, which is my ass. The cake is my ass. Oh, I love Italy. Oh, I love Italy. I would love to. I really struggled when it was like on Duolingo and they were like, what language do you want to learn? And I was like, I really want to learn. I really want to learn Italian. I really want to learn Italian. But I knew that Ukrainian was the first choice, you know? So I kind of am like, I kind of want to learn like Italian and Ukrainian at the same time. And I'm like, bitch, you barely know English. Maybe you should relax. Overall opinion of dating apps, I never use them. Tools. Instagram is a tool. Your cell phone is a tool. A hammer is a tool. You can use Instagram, your cell phone, and a hammer to create $1 million industry, to be perfectly frank. Perhaps even $1 billion industries. I don't really know what people are up to these days. You can also use those things to kill somebody. You can use a hammer to kill somebody. You can use your phone to kill somebody. People have definitely died from the use of phones, actual phones, taking pictures using phones. You know what I mean? So these are all tools. A dating app is a tool. You're going to get as much out of it as your skill is in using it. It's not going to work perfectly for you if you're unskilled, you don't know what you're doing. It's not how tools work. It's just not how tools work. Damn, only scammers in my Tinder account. That's why these guys assume that I'm also a scam. Also, when you're on the platform for a long time, you notice irregularities, and notice them is in no way narcissistic. Nobody likes being called narcissistic, especially when I've actually put so much concerted effort into myself, which a narcissist would never do. It makes me feel like I'm obviously not a narcissist, and then I'm obviously allowed to be gobsmacked when people are so oblivious to me. Nobody likes being misunderstood. That doesn't mean that you struck a chord or you noticed something. Not even close. You're further away from the truth, and that feels just as bad as hitting home. But it doesn't mean that you hit home. And then this guy coming in with the white hot take of, not true. Oh, it's so good. What a huge contribution to the conversation. Dissension. Struck a chord. A minor. I don't want to go longer, but you know I could. From what I've heard from friends, dating apps have gotten way better over time. What's nice is that the apps took it upon themselves to try to make it less of a cesspool, and I can kind of notice that. Yes, to be honest, it's very unlikely for anyone other than a straight man for someone to go a week without any matches, so definitely it's not narcissistic, and it's ignoring how amazing you look as well. I mean, like, if I was even oh, it's so rude of me to almost scream out loud. If I was like an average-looking girl, I actually find myself to be an incredibly average-looking girl. Got really average proportions, average height, average weight, average hair color, average eye color. But the reality is that averageness can be exquisite. Like, flowers are average, but they're also phenomenally beautiful, breathtakingly lovely, perennial as the fucking snow. Anyways, all this is to say, nobody likes being called a narcissist. Least of all people who have continuously been victims of narcissists as well. That's really the thing. It of course is going to bother me when somebody is accusing me of being a narcissist, because I've been the victim of narcissistic abuse for decades. It has hurt me in ways that I have to spend hundreds of dollars every month in therapy to work through. I don't want to be called an abusive person, because I am not. Through concerted effort every day, I am not. Average hottie, average is viewed wildly differently from many different perspectives. The reality is I love average. I just, like, there was a day when I was walking down the street, there was a guy walking towards me, most average looking motherfucker you ever did see. But he just got great news, or he just thought of something amazing, because he just smiled. And that man's smile, like, years later, still lives, like, so prominently in my mind's eye. Because this average looking dude just walked down the street with a big, beautiful smile on his face. And that's as accessible to me as, like, any negative flashback is as well. Having high self-esteem is not being a narcissist. Being self-aware is not narcissism. It's the exact opposite of it. Yes. Narcissists are good at calling other people's narcissism out, oddly enough. Nathan, what evidence of that do you have? Because the reality is, any assertion made with no evidence can be as easily dismissed with no evidence. And so I'm like, what evidence do you have that narcissists are good at calling out other narcissists? That's actually completely counter to the experience that I think most other people have had, which is that narcissists love to prop up other narcissists. Enablers are terrible at calling out people's narcissism. There are types of people in psychology, sometimes they are called truth seers or just seers. And they are people who have innate instincts about other people. And they're the ones who are good at calling out narcissists. And that's me. That's why I left home when I was 18 and tried to stay away as much as I could. It's why I've cut off the narcissistic, abusive people in my family, because I'm a truth seer. I'm a seer. I mean, we even had moderators. We had moderators, and I would listen to the way that they complained about how their friends disappointed them. And I could see the truth that eventually they would be talking about me that way. That our friendship would not progress the way that they wanted, and that I would be the one that they would be complaining about one day. And that happened exactly like I thought it would. Because I could see the truth of their emotional roller coaster. And I can see the truth of people's emotional roller coasters. It makes me seem like a witch, which makes me unattractive to some people. And it makes them feel more comfortable just to call me a narcissist and dismiss everything that I'm saying because it feels too close to home. Yeah. Okay. It's time for our last break. Oh, hi, Clementi. You should gift me some subs while I go on break so I can ignore you. That's right, baby. BRB. All I want to do is watch you turn into a giant woman. Okay, but beyond the giant womanness, I want to just eat the cheese straight from the block. Okay, I'm very much a cat person. Like, I feel like black cats. Every time I see a black cat, I'm like, oh, that's me. If I was an animal. It was the lobster, you know? And I was single, and so I had to be turned into an animal because I couldn't find a mating partner. Because remember that guy earlier who said I was a narcissist for noticing that I was shadow banned for not getting any matches or interactions within a week on a dating app? It's just ridiculous. I also must point out that on Tinder, I match with 100% of the people that I swipe right with. Sometimes I don't immediately, like, it's not an immediate match. Sometimes, like, I'll get a notification that says, you have a new match, because that guy opens his fucking account and does a thing. But, in my experience, when I right swipe on somebody, it's automatically a match with them. In my perspective, 100% of the time. I'm not a narcissist for saying that guys want to date me on dating apps. I'm just paying attention. So, again, all this is to say, what I really want is to eat cheese from the block. And maybe that should be my Tinder profile picture. Right now, it's a picture of me from that nanny day when I'm wearing the red top with the houndstooth skirt. Because I really like that outfit. I think it looks great. It's also, like, appropriate for the wintertime season. But I'm like, maybe, and, like, John, I sent you pictures so you can tell. Maybe, John, instead of that being the opening photo of my profile, it should just be me with no makeup on, my hair in a greasy bun, just, like, molars deep into a block of cheese. Like, eating the cheese straight from the block is wild, and surely that's a crime and worthy of jail. Tell me that you live with your family without telling me that you live with your family. When you live alone, when you, like, buy your own groceries, you can do whatever you want to that cheese. You can eat it wherever you want. You can eat it however you want. You can eat cheese in the bath straight from the block. No one can stop you. No one can stop you. That would get you matches. I would have gone for it. One of the first messages that I sent to the poet was something, I don't even remember how we got, it was like the first things that we said to each other, where I was like, oh, something about watching TV shows and fooling around. And his response was, oh yeah, so like you're gonna get bored of watching a Civil War movie and you're gonna do sex at me. And my response was, you want to watch brothers in arms tear each other apart while you're getting your noodles slurped? Why did I say that? Why did I say that? I actually wake up every morning and I wonder, why did I say that to him? Why did I say, get your noodles slurped to him? Why did I say that? It would have been better to say do sex. That would have been better. The noodle slurped. She wasn't thinking. She wasn't thinking. I want to buy one of those small wheels of brie and then take a picture of myself with the bike mark on it. So disgusting, but yeah, exactly. Oh, no, baked brie. You gotta bake your brie, baby. Baby, bake your brie. There are unwritten cheese rules. There are lots of rules in making cheese, but once you purchase the cheese, that's your cheese. Once I have exchanged the capital for the goods and or services, that's mine. I own it. I don't have a cheese subscription. You're not gonna get the cheese back from me. That's my cheese. Tilden's man of culture, I see. Have you ever put a mirror in front of a block of cheese? Asks Sam Dog. If you do, the cheese will wave at its own reflection and say, hello, me. Oh my god, I love it! I love it! I love it! Do you guys remember? I came back from vacation in 2019 and I had created a therapist character called Dr. Ricotta. And I was like, I want to do characters on stream. I think that'd be so fun. It's not fun. It's exhausting and frustrating. But I loved Dr. Ricotta, and I had like 3 hours worth of cheese jokes that I burned through in 10 minutes. So I definitely could have used you, Sam Dog, on that stream. That was such a fun. I try things, okay? You know what? I'm going to try things. They're not going to be successful, but I'll try them. Sex my noodle, miss, should have been his response. No, that idiot was like, I'm going to withhold so much from you and then delight in your scribble scrabble paws trying to get towards what you want. And he does delight. I would bake my brie, but I eat it too fast for it to get to the baked part. Rightus, that's the thing. So you have to just eat enough raw brie that you're mentally prepared. But then also think about it this way. You don't have to bake the whole thing. You could cut off a part of it and eat it raw and then bake the rest of it. You're allowed to do whatever you want. You literally, the cheese is yours. You can do whatever you want with it. I'm waiting for chat to talk about how she pronounced halloumi wrong. No, I said it so it would be, so I didn't, Rich, I didn't pronounce it wrong. I was telling a joke. No one's gonna call out that I said halloumi wrong because it was a joke. It was a joke. You dingleberry. Looking amazing as always. Thanks, friend. Thank you, friend. I'm impressed that I pulled this out of my ass this morning. This is not the outfit I thought I was going to be wearing. I had a completely different outfit in mind. And then when I was looking for that other outfit, I came upon this, and I was like, oh yeah, my tavern wench dress. I've never worn my tavern wench dress. It's actually quite a nice dress. It really is, rocks. So I was like, maybe I will. And I did, and I do. And I do. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I said it. I'm taking a bite out of the whole wheel. It's going to be as traumatizing as people seeing it. No, do you want to know how you traumatize somebody? You bite into an onion. I can't imagine a better way of asserting dominance than, oh my god, actually it's so funny. Tilda, one of my best friends in university, the one who's a teacher in Asia now, I don't know if he's still here, but anyways, she used to come into the kitchen every morning and then immediately go down into the splits or lift her leg up above her head. And we always used to joke about how that was such a power move. That was such, there are things that people can do that immediately just assert dominance. And dropping down into the splits or lifting your leg above your head or taking a bite out of a fucking onion, yeah, that's an immediate dominance assertion. I know, I was just making fun of how absurd chat can be sometimes. Yeah. Oh yes, Renaissance is cooking. Bonjour from Montreal. Enjoy wonderful, wisely, wealthy, winning, wickedly witchy, wet, whappin' Wednesday vibrations. And birthday shout out to those Aquarius folk who enjoy your season. Girl, what type of onion? There's lots of different types of onion. I can't. Like little green onion or whatever. But I mean like biting into like a fucking onion, you know what I mean? I've always wanted to watch your stream. Ban 'em. It's a gold member move. Exactly correct, yes. I think you need to match with someone that takes you on a date to like a dairy or a cheese farm. Oh, so I already have a farmer. He has a farm in the States, not far outside of Canada. But that's the difficulty where I'm like, I'm not going into the States. Like, I'm not going to the States. Not even for a second. So he's like, should I come to Toronto? And I was like, oh my god, I would love for you to come to Toronto. He's the farmer who also runs an OnlyFans. And he uses the same name for his OnlyFans as he does for his, like, wholesome farmer Instagram. So I'm following him on my Instagram. You can go look at my Instagram follows and you can find him. And then if you take his username and you go over to OnlyFans, you'll find his OnlyFans of the exact same name. It's amazing. He's so fucking fit because he's a farmer. He's, like, doing farmer things all day, every day. But then also getting completely fucking naked or just whipping his cock out. He's having so much fun with it. I really like it. But yeah, I'm probably not going to go to him. He'll probably have to come to me to fuck my brains out. Just farmer things. Yeah, just farmer things. Yeah. See, I feel like I already got the farmer guide. Ticked. Got that. But also, how is it hanging? Oh, it's good. I'm tired. We're at the end of the day. I have therapy tomorrow. Tomorrow is my therapy day. I live for my therapy days. I love a therapy day. I'm going to do so much reading tomorrow. I'm going to do therapy tomorrow. I don't have a ton of therapy. I just have a little bit of therapy. So I can spend the rest of the day doing other good things. What am I going to do? Maybe wash my bed sheets. It's been like a week or two since I've done that. Oh, I'm excited for therapy day tomorrow. And then even better, Friday is cosplay day. Friday's cosplay day, and people are going to be so happy because this cosplay has my tummy out. And people love a good tummy. Yeah. What is therapy day? It's the day of the month that I pick to do therapy on. So I have like therapy with my feelings therapist. And then when I was smarter, I was booking massage therapy as well. So I would like talk to my feelings therapist for an hour. And then a couple hours later, I would go get a massage, which was excellent. It was like a good way of working my brain and my mind and my body and then rewarding them as well. And even better than tomorrow being therapy day is tomorrow is Severance Day. And cosplay on Friday is Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop. I'm so excited. So much belly though, so much belly. But also very sexy straps. I'm just gonna focus on the sexy straps and not worry about my belly being out. Oh, yeah, you're gonna love it. Oh yeah, everyone who's good loves Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, cosplay will be on Friday. Severance watch party is tomorrow in Discord. The episode will go live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because I live in the same time zone as the New York Stock Exchange. So that's kind of how North America does time. So we are going to meet in Discord at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or Daylight Savings Time, actually. It might still be in. Whatever, fuck that noise. Tomorrow on Discord, because we're going to watch episode 4, Woe's Hollow again, in preparation for episode 5 coming out at 9 p.m. tomorrow night. That's the plan. Yeah, New York Stock Exchange time. Oh, did you not realize? Time is money. If I was a true artiste, that's where I would end stream. That would be the end of stream. But I might just come in at 9 p.m. tomorrow. You don't want to rewatch the other episode? Why, Ritus? Are you going to be sleeping? I know, John, I got you fast. My brain works a little bit faster than your fingers do. Absolute power move. Yeah. Yep, I will be sleeping. Baby sleep. Yeah, baby sleep. My precious baby. Ritus. Yeah, get your sleep. Oh my god, I love sleep. I need my theories confirmed again by watching episode 4? 8? Oh god, what I'm not excited for is that they're giving us so many answers every single episode, which I feel like they're just prepping us for things that we're not even beginning to get ready for. You know what I mean? I feel like the first season was a lot of questions. We were all asking a lot of questions. I think many of us were anticipating that this season would be more questions, but they've actually just been giving us so many fucking answers. We haven't really, like, the reality is, we haven't been asking a lot of questions, which is kind of purposeful. I feel like the TV show is kind of leading us on the same journey as the innies, where it's like, they're sort of overstimulating us with how much information they're giving us. They're not, like, think about it this way. They caught the innies wandering the halls of Lumen, and the next time they woke up, they were outside. They're realizing, well, we might not be able to stop them from wandering within the halls of Lumen, but what we can do is take them outside of the halls of Lumen and then dangle something in front of them that'll make them want to stay in place. And I feel like that's what this TV show is doing with our ability to, like, question and explore further parts of the narrative. It's really drawing us back and giving us a lot of answers, but I feel like in the next few episodes, it's really going to be like, hey, guess what? You weren't paying attention to all these other hints that we were sowing into the story, and now we're giving you this brand new information that you didn't even know you needed or wanted. Oh, so blindsidey. So blindsided. I really enjoy it. I'm really liking it. Feels good to notice all the things I'm not noticing. I never really watch TV, says Lord Atreides, but after I got this move done, I might have to get Severance a watch. All my peers with good taste have been really, really enjoying it. I think one of the most valuable things about enjoying Severance is that it recaptures that early seasons Game of Thrones feeling, where each of these individual characters are worthy of cheering for. Which is excellent. Sometimes TV shows work because each of the individual characters are despised, individually despisable, and it works so well together. Very Wuthering Heights. But what's good about Severance is that you admire the curiosity, strength, and tenacity of even the villainous people. Of, like, even the villains. Oh my god. You're just like, ah, yes, good for you, you awful person. You very sexy, sexy, awful person. Oh my god. It's very interesting. What I really enjoy about Severance also is that it's arousing in unusual ways. And I love being aroused in unusual ways. I'm a big fan of being aroused in unusual ways. Not that I'm bored of being aroused in the regular ways. But I feel like I sort of naturally arouse myself in regular ways subconsciously. So being unexpectedly aroused is such a fucking treat. I just realized that in the last episode, some of the innies got to sleep for the first time. Yeah. How fun that is. People have been talking a lot about that, about this experience for them is such a natural body function that has been so denied to them, just like looking at the sky. But that we didn't put a lot of emphasis on it. And they're like, is that because of time constraints of the show? Or is that because there's so much other stuff going on? I can't believe how genuinely terrifying Irving's nightmare was. Irving's nightmare was so fucking disturbing, was so terrifying. It did one of my favorite tropes. Oh, God. Which Insidious really nailed it, and you'll know exactly what moment I'm talking about. You know that part in Insidious, the movie about Patrick Wilson and Emmy Rossum's son who falls into a coma? And they realize that their son is being sort of like spiritually possessed by this demon, this really terrifying demon. And there's a scene where the mother-in-law is talking to her daughter-in-law and her son, and she looks over at her son and the demon is behind him for just less than a second. And it's so scary. And it's so fucking scary because nothing else is different except that all of a sudden there's a horrifying, inescapable demon right in front of you. Oh my god. And Freren. I don't know how to pronounce her name, and so it's turning into one of those like I need to like decide on a pronunciation, whether it's right or wrong, and just stick with it because I'm sort of mingling the diphthongs. But anyways, so in Freren, Beyond Journey's End, you are introduced to a common fantasy villain, demons, demons. And demons look like people, but they have horns. And oh my god, her definition of what makes a demon separate from any other malicious creature in fantasy, that's so remember earlier when I got really upset that somebody said that I was being a bit narcissistic and I took it really personally? It's because I felt like he was calling me a demon. And yes, I might look like a succubus, and I might even suck you dry like a succubus, but that doesn't actually make me a demon. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but you need to watch Freren to be able to get that definition of what demons truly are. Because I was like, that's exactly right. Narcissists are demons. Absolutely. Do you have horns? I know, right? I am so horny. I do not have horns. And please trust me, I have been thoroughly investigated head to toe by one of your fellow chatters. He can attest that although I am very horny, there's no actual demon in me. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I did it. I did 3 streams in a row. If you know anything about me doing 3 streams in a row is like I climbed Mount Everest. Yeah. With my tits out. I climbed Mount Everest. Yay, I did it 3 days in a row. Yay. Yay. But was he a demon hunter? How would he know? I never watched Demon Hunter because I liked Demon Slayer so much better. And I was warned that in like the first episode of Demon Hunter, there's like a really intensely graphic rape scene. So I was like, that's probably not for me. Oh, that dream was so terrifying, says Ritus, about episode 4 of Severance. But I did love the scene before it, how at that moment Irving and Mark are polar opposites. In the warm colors, it shows Mark, and then the cold colors in Irving, and the parallels were something else as well. I love it so much too because Mark is like being overcome by this warmth and this intensity of intimate feeling, and Irving is all by himself, alone in the cold woods. But then we see at the end of the episode the reality of those experiences are actually opposite. Irving is the one who is having a deep emotional connection to the person that Mark was actually in the tent with, which is beautiful storytelling, outrageous, fucking, oh my god, like tingles. Well-deserved tingles all through my jazz. All through my jazz. Oh my god, Selkie! Yay! Selkie doing knots? Yes. Oh, I love it. Enjoy Selkie. Oh, there's so many people here. Wow, that's actually more than I thought there was going to be. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I had a beautiful day with you guys. Please enjoy Selkie. She is doing some incredibly beautiful things. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you guys on Friday in cosplay. Yay.